Well, hi everyone. Let me put a word before you and see what images it conjures up in your mind. That word is convict. I would imagine that when you picture convict, you think of someone who has been declared guilty and locked up or in some other way punished for their crime. Now here's another word that's exactly like it, only pronounced a little differently. Convict. It's a word I think that sometimes is carelessly used when we assess who we are before one another. In fact, sometimes in things like accountability groups, we'll challenge one another. Are you convicted by this particular thing? That scares me a little bit. It scares me because what I see in the New Testament is not so much about conviction, but rather about freedom. Jesus himself said, if the Son sets you free, you are free indeed. It's no partial act. In fact, the 2 or 3 times that the word convict or conviction shows up in the New Testament, it refers to those who are still in their sin apart from Christ, that they're convicted of their sin and brought to Christ in that way. Romans, Paul's great letter to the Romans, is full of language about how we have been set free from sin. And the writer of the book of Hebrews, Paul or whomever else that it was, said that by the work of Christ we are cleansed from a guilty conscience. I think that points in one direction, and that is that rather than saying to one another, hey, what was the most convicting thing you heard today, or the most convicting message you've ever heard in your life, we might ask each other this. What was the most freeing thing that came out for you in today's study, in today's sermon, in that retreat that we went to? What is something that will make you increasingly free in Christ as one who has truly been set free by Him?